What's going on, guys, and welcome. It's InfernoKun here with my Game of Thrones discussion. This one's gonna be about Gryff Whitehill, that snot-nosed fourthborn. So yeah, there's gonna be a discussion about him and what if Ramsay Snow set him free and got him out of the cell, and what could happen to Rodrik if he comes back and our choices aren't the best towards him. So we can piss Gryff off a lot of ways, because we can go ahead and not stand up to him and just, submit to him. And we can also go ahead and stand up to him. So that choice, whether you submit to Gryff or not. Now, that could be a good thing, depending on, obviously you're raising the morale of your small folk. But bad things in terms of Gryff being completely pissed off at you, and he could be wanting to bring back everything that you did and be like, hey, you didn't submit to me, you're too fucking proud to do that, and he could be pissed off at you that way. On episode 4, we had a chance to go ahead and deliver some sweet revenge towards Gryff and beat him. Now, you can go ahead and hit him a lot. And once you get to the cane, start raising it up to go ahead and hit him, that's when you start to maim him and he loses an eye, or just, that eye is pretty much gone because Rodrik beat it to shit. So it's definitely, he lost that eye, no coming back from that. Anyways, that counts as maiming him, and any hits before that, you're showing him mercy. So that could be another thing that can make him pissed off, where you show him mercy, hit him a few times, but didn't really leave a mark. And that could actually make him mad if you maimed him, but obviously he's out in the eye, so that makes him a bit more vulnerable if you were to say that word. Now, obviously, that could make him even more mad, and maiming him could come with a consequence. Now, obviously, at that moment, we were kind of soaking in our victory over Gryff. But at the end of episode 4, obviously Ramsay Snow comes back, and he could have released the Gryff Whitehill and the entire Whitehill garrison. And that puts us back at square one. Obviously we have Gryff Whitehill, an angered Gryff Whitehill, back with the Bolton soldiers. And obviously Gryff isn't going to be too happy to what you have done to him and what has happened throughout the whole season. Now, me, I played it safe for the most part. I stood up one time, then I stayed down, so that counts as me staying down. And then I hit him twice and didn't want to go ahead and maim him. So obviously he's still gonna be pissed, but not as pissed as he would be if I went and stood up to him and also maimed him. So there could be consequences if Telltale wants to go back and do consequences for their actions. Gryff Whitehill definitely, he does empty threats to Rodrik. He does not hurt Talia at all, unless you go ahead and pick Royland as your sentinel. And other than that, he hasn't really done anything completely bad. He hasn't hurt anybody. He hasn't killed anybody. He does empty threats. He's like, hey, you defy me, I'll tell Ramsay Snow, I'll tell Roose Bolton, and they'll flay you. He does empty threats. He relies on the Boltons way too much, and that kind of gives me and everyone else kind of a relief that Gryff won't hurt anybody. But if you go ahead and maim him or stand up to him, he might be like, hey, you're ticking me off, I'm done playing with you guys, my threats are real now. So it's kind of a bit like what's going to happen if you go ahead and tick off Gryff with our previous choices, and what could happen to our family if Gryff is released by Ramsay Snow and his garrison is back in charge. Now, obviously, I don't think that our progress that we made in securing Ironrath will go back to us being under siege once again by the Whitehill garrison. Now, that kind of makes us go backtrack, because episode 3, we're like, hey, Whitehills are here. And then episode 4, we got rid of them. They're gone, no Whitehills. And then at the end of episode 4, maybe episode 5, we might have them be back in charge, be like, oh, our progress, us beating up and locking up Gryff, what was that for? Ramsay Snow came back, and he's, here now, threatening us. So, definitely, I'm kind of worried on what's going to happen to Rodrik, because he defied Roose Bolton's orders, or basically Ramsay Snow's orders, to station a Whitehill garrison in Ironrath, and I don't think Ramsay will take that lightly, because he's like, trying to get rid of the Whitehill garrison that I told to station here. That could be a problem, and he could actually go ahead and try to demeanor Rodrik in some way. So I'm more worried about what is Gryff going to do because he obviously was the one to get beat up, and I think that he won't be happy about what happened to him. So I'm more scared of what's going to happen with, you know, Rodrik when he encounters Gryff once again, him being released maybe. What's going to happen? We'll see about that. Anyways, you know, of course, Gryff Whitehill, we have a trade coming up, but that will be discussed in the next video of Game of Thrones. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, it's been InfernoKun. If you guys did enjoy, leave a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts and opinions and theories and predictions of what's going to happen in episode 5, A Nest of Vipers. It's been InfernoKun once again. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'm out.
Ethan was the first Forrester I killed. Doesn't have to be the last.